Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Shai. First and foremost, we want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who will have written the stone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiyam, to the folk and the earth to push the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. Come now, let's identify the church Yahushai, the 144,000. And the one third, men, women, and children, confusion of faith, Israel is scattered among these heathen nations, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the confusion of faith, Israel is scattered among these heathen nations, right? Salvation is to you Israelites, right? All right, I have an article. I want to do a quick lesson on, both sides you're gonna make you Edomite very despised among the heathen, and not only Jakes, starting with the hopefully elect, right? But you got two-thirds, and you got these heathen nations speaking against you Edomites, right? And just recently go on YouTube there to see how El Pastor put up Esau's being, or feel like Esau's being the let me see if I can find it back quickly. Say Esau is beginning to feel like a nigger, and that's who he is, a nigger. You understand? That's exactly who he is, a nigger. The scripture say, let me get the scripture. The scripture say, that the motherfucker, let me get the one part, it's wrong, right? Uh, understand? Right? Let me get the precept, right? This is Isaiah, right? Um, Isaiah, yeah, this is Isaiah um 32, verse 5. He said, for the vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the child shall be bountiful. And who's the vile person? You Edomites. You are that vile person, right? Right? And the Most High say you're not gonna be called liberal anymore, right? Or the child, which is an evil man, right? He said, read back again. Isaiah 32 and 5, he said, the vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the child shall be bountiful. You understand? And this is what's going on with you Edomites right now. Shalom, Makia, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakatash, Rakatam, Brother Barak. You understand? This is what's going on with you Edomites right now. Right? The course is going on you devils. Right? So all these are the heathen, they speaking out against you devils. Right? Right? They're speaking against you devil. Right? Let me share this article. Right? Let me just get this article. Right? Share this article. Right? And this is some the Star Times, right? And this link was sent to me by the brother from South Africa, the brother Yawasap, you know, right? It's an Israel root. It's an Israel root cause of world instability, said Dr. M, right? And this is Malaysia Prime Minister, right? This is Malaysia Prime Minister. It said Kumla Lumpur, if I pronounce it right, which go back to Malaysia, right? He said Prime Minister Tom Dr. Mahit, like, pronouncing this word. I know I'm not pronouncing the word correct, right? Madadir. Okay, name is Madadir, right? Dr. Madadir Muhammad, he said, today, once again describe Israel as a terrorist nation and the root cause of instability in the world, right? You understand? So, hey, Mosai making this boy bear. You understand? Even the heathens, lash out on this devil. You understand? Even the heathens lash out on this devil. You know? So lucky that I can just give him a quick minute. Right? Yeah, so even the heathens, you understand? Lashing out. Right? Yeah. So even the heathens, you know, going at this devil. Right? He said, right? He said addressing youth at the all Shah economy annual Salaki Shah annual conference 2019. Here he said the majority of whom are from Middle East country. The 93-year-old leader stressed that the time had come for the international community to stand against and end Israel occupation of Palestine. Right? So all these heathens speak not against these Edomites. Right? He said apprehend genocide, crime against humanity, crime of aggression, and all the evil that mankind can afflict on another can be compelled in Palestine. It's a courtesy of the barbaric, arrogant, terrorist nation called Israel, right? Which is you so-called white people, right? You Israeli, you understand? It's you, right? That is you, right? So all these nations, you know, they, 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 they're speaking against the man, the liberal man, right? That's why we back Isaiah 32 and 5, it said, the vile person shall be no more liberal, called liberal. At once Esau was the liberal man, and everybody look up to Esau. Everybody want to be like the so-called white man. You understand? Right? He said, nor the child shall be bountiful, for the vile person will speak violently, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. And this is the so-called white man. So all this wickedness, these starting with the hopefully the Leka Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, starting with our elder Pastor Tar, they elder before them, right? And the sincere Akims across the globe, even to toward our people who are going to be destroyed. They're speaking out against this devil. Even his heathen, even Edomite speaking out about the wickedness that Edomite is doing, right? You understand? And the Most I see going to make their tongue to fall upon themselves, right? He said, for the vile person, which is you Edomites, will speak violently, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to make empty the soul of the hungry, which is the men. The hungry is what the men who's trying for the street, right? He said, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fall. You understand? So hey, the most I making this devil beard, right? This is Obadiah chapter Obadiah verse 1, the vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord God, concerning Edom, which is used to call white people. We have here a rumors from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. So all this is part of battle, right? Revealing the wickedness, right? He said, until and unless the international community is committed to finding a solution to bring an end to the occupation of the land belonging to Palestine, and this don't belong to Palestine, this belongs to the children of Israel. Neither the land don't belong to the so-called Jewish people. It belongs to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is our land. It was given to our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and it was passed down to Jacob's children. So y'all are imposters, right? He said the region and the rest. Motherfuckers, I said, let me bring all the precept. Let the precept speak, right? Let me bring the precept out, Salakia. Let me bring all the precept, right? Let the precept speak. This is Ezekiel, right? This is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse let me start from verse 4. Therefore, ye mountain of Israel, hear the word of the Lord God. Thus said the Lord God to the mountain, and to the hill, to the river, and to the valley, to the desolate waste, and to the city that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about her. This city that is the Israelites. We became more a prey to these heathens. We became a spoil, right? Verse 5, therefore thus said the Lord God, truly in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, who the Palestinian, them in the land, them is heathens, right? He said, and against all Idumea, which is you Edomites, right? You are another Greek word for saying Edom, right? Which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with a disputeful mind to cast it out for a prey. So they appointed they appointed the Most High land in their possession. The land of Israel belongs to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, right? Verse 6, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, right? And say unto the mountain, unto the hill, unto the river, unto the valley, thus said the Lord God, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because he borne the shame of the heathen, right? So they are impostors, right? They are impostors. The scripture also says, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Ashdod is a city in Israel, right? So they are impostors, right? Just to clear it up, you know, just to get it clear up, right? They are impostors, right? So it said, until and unless the international community is committed to finding a solution to bring an end to the occupation of the land belonging to the Palestinian, right? He said the region and the rest of the world will have will will not have much of a chance for stability and order. He said in his keynote addressing before opening the conference held the first time in Malaysia. He, he said his statement led to overwhelming applause from the 1,000 odd participants, describing Palestine as a core of the strategy. He said the world was not stable, and neither did did it look like to be so in the near future. Yeah, because Yahweh Hashem gonna destroy this current rulership, right? Because the whole earth is in a mess, right? The scripture said the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. And who's that? The so-called white man. The earth is given to the wicked. So the earth is defiled under these devil. So the Most High gotta cleanse the earth, right? Yahweh Hashem gotta cleanse the earth, right? You understand? It's right. It's describing is right. Yeah, he said Dr. Maliti said the senseless murder of innocent people continue in the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq by the US-led coalition in 2001 to 2030, which had seen more tumult than stability in the region before the Arab Spring came out. He said nations like Syria, Libya, and Yemen today provide image of the human tragedy, which he said while the rest of the world watch helplessly. He said their suffering did not originate from international strife, but rather interference and intervention from external power, which absolutely were doing it out of self-interest, disguised under the veil of democracy and human rights. He said, "So hey, the Most High made this devil bear. How are the things of Esau sort out, right? You understand? Let me get this here quick, right? Let me get this here quick. This is uh this is negotiate. The point is in verse 5. This is Nehemiah chapter 3. But let me read from verse 4. Okay, the point is in verse 5. This is Nehemiah chapter 3, verse 4, right? He said, because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nation to her whoredom, and family to her witchcraft, and this is the Edomites, right? This you so-called white people, this is going into you so-called white people, right? Verse 5, he said, behold, I am against thee, said the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nation thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And that's why we see these starting with the Hophylek with our elder Pastor Tahar, they elder before them, right? Sincere comes across the globe to toward our people speaking against you definitely. These heathen nations speaking against you, them, even your own people speaking against you, right? So the most I say you're gonna make your he can make you he can make you he said most I said, and I will show the nation thy nakedness, which is your sins, and the kingdom thy shame, your wicked things that you're doing behind doors. And come there like you fighting terrorists, like you's the good guy. When you is the one who set up all these terrorist groups, you's the one who overthrow government just to go and steal the resources, and to oppress the people and to force your democracy on people. So the nations them see your nakedness and the kingdom them see your shame. You understand? They see your nakedness and your shame, right? So he said the Prime Minister said that the Asian civilization, or rather these cradle of civilization, were plumb by present day power that have styled themselves as the leader of modern day civilization. You understand? Modern day civilization, right? He said there is nothing civilized in their action or behavior because they are basement. You understand? The Prime Minister of Malaysia get to the Isa when the sun don't shine, right? You understand? He said there is nothing civilized in their action or behavior because what they are basemen, right? They are basemen, right? Because what? Let me get to see. This is Isaiah, right? This is Isaiah, right? Basemen, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4. He said, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languish and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. He said, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitant thereof. So the earth is defiled, right? Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. You understand? Right? He said, therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and a few men left. And this is what exactly most are going to do. You understand? Right? He said the new wine mourneth, he said the vine, the vine languish, all the merry heart do sigh. You understand? So, hey, right? They are vile, right? They are violent on the earth. Hey, basement the most I set up, right? We get it too. This basement, right? This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. He said, this matter is by the degree of the watcher, and the demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruled in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and set it over it the basis of men, the lowest of men. You Edomites are the lowest of men. You understand? That's why the Malaysian president can say, we say, hey, he said there is nothing civil in their action or behavior. The only thing they can showcase is technology capable of producing weaponry that are extremely efficient in meaning killing and murdering people by the thousand, he said, because he's the devil that the Bible speak of. You understand? Kalala Yah Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakadash Brakatam. Alright, let me get a piece of it quick. This devil be revealed in all angle. Right? In all angle. Right? And it was prophesied that it can be revealed in his time. Let me get that. This is let me go straight to the let me just read you. This is second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. He said, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except they come in falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So we have to fall away for the son of perdition be revealed, which is you so-called white people. You are the son of destruction, right? Who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God. So he opposes all, he's an adversary to the ways of righteousness. So all the Most High ways are righteousness. All the Most High ways are perfect. So he opposed all of that, right? He opposed it. The Most High said, man should not lie with man. He said, no what? Give men law that you can't touch a man can lie with man, right? The Most High said, the land supposed to have a Sabbath. You cultivate the land for six years, and you rest it on the 7th year, right? They have a lot of things that the Most High set up in righteousness, right? But what this devil oppose everything that the Most High set up, right? So these so-called white people, they are the devil that the Bible speak of, right? He said, who oppose and exalt himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, show himself that he is God. Remember he not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now he know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time, and now is the time that he be revealed, right? He be revealed through the power of Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Is the Spirit, is the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai revealing this devil who he is. And by the spirit of power Yahweh Hashem Yahushua revealing this devil, these other nations see it and understand that the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? He said, verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity do it already work. And who's the mystery of iniquity? You so-called white people. You are the mystery of iniquity. You are the man of sin. Right? You were created to be the devil. Right? He said, only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. And you're going to be taken out of the way. You understand? You're going to be taken out of the way. Right? He said, and then shall the wicked be revealed. The wicked be revealed right now. Who's the wicked? Let me get a quick precept. Right? Then shall the wicked be revealed. And he being revealed. Let me read back this piece here with the Malaysia presidency. Right? He said, there is nothing civilized in their action or behavior. The only thing they can showcase is technology capable of producing weaponry that are extremely efficient. Right? He said, in meaning, killing and murdering people by the thousand, he said. Right? So back in Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8, he said, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Right? Who's the wicked? Let me get a quick precept. Right? Yeah, the wicked be revealed. Right? This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh had indignation forever. And who the Most High said? Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, who's the wicked? You Edomites. You self-proclaimed white people, you are the wicked. You are the Edomites. Right? You are the wicked. Right? This is Proverbs. Right? This is Proverbs chapter 29. Right? Salakia. Right? This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. He said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right? And the wicked start with you elite banking family. You are the seed of Esau. You are the devil of the Bible speaker. Right? Start with the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller, DuPont. Right? You are the top devil. Right? You're the one oppressing everybody. You even oppressing your own people. You oppressing your own people. Right? And you Edomites that suffering in this kingdom, which is your kingdom, y'all are two-time losers. Because y'all supposed to be living up in this kingdom. The scripture says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So y'all supposed to be rejoicing and being glad right now because this is your kingdom, this is y'all heaven. Right? But what? Y'all got niggas in your family. The so-called Jewish people, they are your family, they are Edomites too. But they are the top niggas. Right? You understand? So the Edomites, you are the devil, you are the wicked one. Right? Back in Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8, he said, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Right? And the spirit, the holy scriptures will reveal it. This devil, who consuming this devil, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. You understand? Right? So these devil being destroyed spiritually. And when our Lord Yahushua return, he's gonna destroy them physically because he said he's not gonna meet you devil as a man. Right? He's not gonna meet you devil as a man. Right? You understand? Right? But this power was given to Esau to destroy because he's the devil. Right? It was given to him. Right? This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red. And who's the red people? There's only one set of red people on the face of the planet. We go see who, right? And horse represent power. right? This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 26. And the forest came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, right? Which is the father of you so-called white people, right? He's the progenitor of the so-called white race, you Edomites, right? There's a nationality that God gives to you. Edom be red, wasted the way is he. Yeah, this is why you have no melanin in your skin. There's a curse. Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat there on to take peace from the earth. Right? That's why there's no peace. That's why you're oppressing everybody. That's why you go into all these country and oppress them, because it was given, the power was given to him to do that. Right? It was given to him to do that. Right? He said, Revelation chapter 6, verse 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Right? This, the blessing was given unto him. The technology was given unto him, right? To build these high tech weaponry. You understand? Because it was given unto him by Yahweh Shai. It was given unto Esau by Yahweh Shai. Right? Let me get it too. This is Genesis, right? This is Genesis, and this is one of Esau blessing his sword and also deception, right? His sword and deception, right? This is Genesis chapter 27, verse. Let me start from verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, because they are a bunch of homos. You Edomites are a bunch of homos, right? You understand? Right? So this was Isaac, so is Yahweh Shai, if you can receive it in the spirit, right? He said, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. So Esau, this whole earth is in your hand, because the scripture said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24. So you receive your blessings, right? And by the sword shalt thou live all the and Salaki, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So by the sword shalt thou live. You understand? And that's how the devil live, by the sword. You understand? That's how we live, by the sword. This so the sword also go back to this technology. You understand? This way you could go and oppress people and destroy the way of life and force democracy on them. Right? You understand? So this devil be making, most I making this devil beer. Right? You understand? It's beautiful. Right? Um, so, he said Malaysia, in this case, he shared that as a multiracial and multi-religion country, it took pride that it had been able to move forward despite the diversity. All true, he admitted that Malaysia has had its knock and fall due to the difference, but it had also managed to turn them into strength and reason for unity. In fact, we have come to believe that we are quite successful as a nation because of diversity. Indeed, managing the diversity is not pleasant at times. Most times, the difference are amplified and its similarity subdued. Right? Um, yeah. So there's that I can read on that. Right? There's just all I can read on that. So, hey, the Most High making this devil, biggest devil beard. In beard, you understand? Devil can't be able to hide himself again. Right? Esau can't hide himself again. Right? You understand? Most High discover the boy skirt. Right? Most High discovered the boy scared. Right? And the Most High discovered Esau scared. But Esau can't hide himself again. Right? Esau can't hide himself again. Yeah. You understand? All these heathens speak against. You understand? All these heathens speaking against these Edomites. Right? Back in Obadiah, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. So the Most High make you small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. You understand? He go into this word despised, man. Most High see make this man greatly despised. Right? We check this word despised. Right? Yeah. You understand? You Edomite, that's it for you Edomites, you know, that's it. You know, that's it now. Now using new nigga on the planet Earth. Using new nigga. Right? You understand? Let me get it Obadiah. Right? Right? We go into the word quick. Right? It said verse 3. He said, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Yeah, the pride, the very prideful because what Esau have great power. You understand? He got great power, he got the military might, he got the wealth. You understand? And he have his warlock. You know, Satan through Yahweh, you know, giving these carnal blessing. So these Edomite a great power. I tell you in the scripture, you see the heat, you see the ungodly flowing in motherfucker, let me get it. Right? Let me get it. It's Psalm 73. Um this is Psalm 73 verse 6. He said, therefore pride come to pass them as about as a chain, violence cover them as a garment. So the way like our mama rocky chain, our mama, you know, rocky. It, that's how they rock pride. Pride come to pass about as a chain. He said, therefore pride come to pass them about as a chain, violence cover them as a garment. You understand? So the Most High said, call them all down most proud. And violence cover them as a garment because they are corrupt people. This is how the Most High made them. Right? He said he said their eyes stand out in fatness, they have more than their heart could wish. So Esau a great power. And that's how we pride for, but he not know that the Most High building up for a great fall. The Most High building up for a great fall. The same thing the Most High did to Pharaoh. Let me get that. Right? The Most High building them up for a great fall. Right? So the Most High can show you power through Esau. Right? Salakia. Right? This is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture had said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. And the Most High name will be declared again throughout all the earth. When he destroy this Edomite, when he destroy America, when he destroy you so-called power structure. Right? So the Most High build it up, give it this technology, give it this wealth to what? To make it fall. Great fall. Where the Most High say 1 hour, in 1 hour thy judgment come. Right? In 1 hour so great riches shall come to what? Not. right? Let me get that, right? Let me just finish off this see. Psalm 73, verse 7 said, the eyes stand out in fatness, they have more than their heart to wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouth against the heavens, they blaspheme the heaven, blaspheme the Most High name, His Son, them, and the angels, and their tongue walk through the earth with lies. Because one of the blessings was deception, right? He said, um, let me jump down to verse 12. He said, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. So he have everything that he needs. He increase in riches. Right? He increase in riches. I know this blue letter, I think coming up. I don't know what's the problem with it. Let me get my story. Right? Let me get my story. Right? Yeah. Right? It's back in Obadiah chapter 3. Back in Obadiah verse 3. He said, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. He said, thou that dwellest in the cliff of the rock, right? It's better getting the Caucasian, the Cape Bella, right? He said, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? He said, thou that exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, hence will I bring thee down, said the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? You understand? The Most High going to bring these devils down. Right? Uh, right? Word despise, bazar, bazar, that the despise, hold in contempt, disdain, despise, regard with contempt. You understand? To be despised, to be despicable, to be vile, worthless. You understand? You the new name on the planet, worthless, right? You understand? Right? Um, right? So this is what's going on with you Edomites. You Edomites finish. Right? To be let me get this piece. Himself by his riches, I think I think that's Ezekiel. By his riches, he get proud, right? Um, yeah, this is Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 3 said, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Yeah, because these devils search out everything. They are kind of people, so they gotta see to believe. You understand? He said, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasure. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, thou hast increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. That's why they get proud, because they're wealthy. The earth, the fatness of the earth is given to the so-called white man. You understand? And by the riches and the technology they get, they are very prideful. That's why they do the things that they do, right? And that's why the Malaysian president speaking out that hey, the international community need to do something. But these days, these so-called Jewish people, they need to do something because they are the problem in the earth. You understand? Because everybody is frightened. The international community is set up by them. They're not going to speak against them. You understand? Because the international community, the UN, are a bunch of puppets, right? But it's only the men, the Lord, going to speak against them, right? Because they were set, many laws set up to prophesy against one, right? Let me get that. They were set up to do that, right? This is Jeremiah, right? Uh, yeah, find this precept. Jeremiah. Yeah, this is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse, from verse 9. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh said unto me, Behold, I have put my word in thy mouth. I have this day set thee over the nation and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down and to build and to plant. So the Most High set up the prophet to what? Throw down, right? To pluck up, to plant, right? What we planted this word for the elect to receive this word. We plant this word, and the Most High gonna allow the elect to receive it. All right. And when we grow rooted up, the Most High Spirit, the Holy Spirit, rooted up all the lies that was pushed on our people, the wicked vibration. You understand? And the Most High set up prophets. The prophets come in the spirit of Jeremiah, right? Let me get this here too. All right? This Jeremiah 20. This Jeremiah 28, verse 8. He said, a prophet that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdom of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right? You understand? So you Edomites, this is the end of your world. This is the end. This is the end of your age. Right? This is the end of your rulership. Right? Right? This is the end of your rulership. Right? This is second Israel. Right? This is second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob held for the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world. You Edomite, the end of your age, the end of your rulership, right? Right? The end of the world means aeon, means your age, your rulership, right? He said, for Esau, which is you Edomites, you so-called white people, is the end of the world. And Jacob, which is so-called Negroes, Latin, and Native American Indian, is the beginning of it that follow. So this you end. They be revealed, your end so it could be destroyed, right? You understand? So hey, I think I can close it there. This is a quick lesson to edify the church of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, and with that, that's what's edifying. I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles and their lords who were that great stone. And the best salutation to the Akim, to the folk and the to pushing the gospel in sincerity. Shalom. What love of God.